doesn't matter.
They were helping me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Penny for
Hi.
a Tale. Woo! We're back with Kult, finally. It's been way too long, and we have so much to remember as we dive back into this darkness. But yeah, we're all back. Post PAX Unplugged. Some of us went. Yeah.
I did it.
Flex like that, huh?
Yeah. I think it was just you, Mitchell.
Some of
It
us
just
went, the
was.
rest of you didn't, but some of us did. You know?
Some of us
No,
did.
yeah, I mean, yeah, all
Yeah.
of you didn't, but some of us did.
I kept
But,
trying to look for you, Jen. I was like, I see someone selling shirts. Where are you? You're not Jen.
It
Where
was
for
really
ourselves?
cute because Emily was sending me pictures of like random people who were wearing my shirt. So
Aw.
it's like I was there.
That's gotta be so cool.
It was super cool, you know. Yeah, she like found some random guy at a magic table wearing like the Witch Club shirt and was like, I totally was a creepy weirdo and took his picture, but he said he bought like he buys a ton of your stuff, and I'm just like, oh, that's so nice.
Aw.
Yeah, I'm just going to every like shirt store and I'm like, where's Jen?
Where's Jen?
Aw.
I'm hitting him upside the head with a Cult book.
Oh man, that's cool though.
I know, right? Like violence. It's awesome. I'm just waiting for the new line of like underwear. Yes.
Ooh, I should do underwear.
Ooh.
That'd be cool.
You should. If you ever get into
Oh,
male
next
lingerie, I am all
Yeah.
the way. I'll be
Just
your
like-
model.
Just like make a make boxer briefs that's like, this is my dice bag.
Yes. I have a lot of D20s in this.
Oh my god!
Crit tip.
Wow,
I
that's
just want one
funny.
that's like
It
critical
should say
failure.
D20 with advantage because
Oh yeah.
Ha. Ha.
It's like, what are the worst possible ideas we
That's
can
a
put
wrap,
on
man.
underwear?
Mhm.
Hi, Zeal Zaddy. Welcome to the
Hello.
stream. We're chilling out right now, but we are gonna be getting into the campaign soon. We're both
So my notes are only that much. So I can read my notes to you, Ian, and then perhaps you can corroborate your notes, and then we'll have
Okay,
an
yeah.
idea.
Yeah, so the limitation at the start has always been you can only take notes if it's written in blood. For those watching, that's why the notes are so sparse and
Yeah.
small, because it's like if you ever,
Yeah,
spoiler alert, ever watch Harry Potter and Umbridge,
Yeah.
it's like that.
yeah. I mean, like, this may look like a Sharpie, but I assure you it's my blood.
Jin has Sharpie blood.
Yeah, no, I bleed black because I drink so much coffee. Sorry.
Just like inject it right in. You're like,
Yeah, I mean, it's my doctor says it's perfectly normal. Now, granted, I go to a doctor I found on a cereal box, but you know, he has like it says doctor, so that's legit, right?
exactly. Like,
Yeah.
you know, Craigslist cereal boxes. Really, honestly, with American
Exactly.
healthcare as it is, you get it where you can.
Precisely.
Mhm.
yeah, that's the official
Um,
motto. Get it where you
So-
can.
So my notes are in a very strange formation. So I will do my best to make sense of it, and
Yeah.
hopefully you
Well,
will make
what's
more
awesome is that whatever you say will become canon. So
Oh God.
sense.
it's
Okay,
great.
cool.
Go
Do
ahead.
it.
So,
Oh man, there's a
uh,
little recap.
So first of all, by that logic, Joanna is the god of this world and cannot be killed or destroyed by any means possible. It's right here, Mitchell.
It's right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we could just go
Written
past
in the
the,
blood of
the
God.
human form
Yeah.
and go right into the Inferno and Elysium
Yeah,
and stuff
it's
like
fine.
that.
Everything's fine.
It's great
Uh,
there. Things are
okay.
happy.
So we have Philippe, who I written
That's
down is the
Mr. Kramer.
MVP Satanist.
Is that Philip Kramer?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ha! I have that.
Okay, cool. He's MVP Satanist. 2 Romanian boys were killed. Witness MIA. He was working with Anton Mahler, who we think is German intelligence, and Sasha Pokadin, who is a mafia something Berlin. Let's see. They had a ritual murder and organized crime. Someone is protecting them in the police. There is corruption within the police.
What? No.
And the Slavic organization is a front.
Now, we don't have time to unpack all of that, but
Let's just jump in.
yeah. No, basically every good and evil organization and power of the world is involved here in some way. But all we know is we have to track down Kramer.
So the Democratic Party is a part of it. It's just all sorts of stuff going
Right.
on.
Tasha,
Yeah.
level 100 mafia boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott
Oh, man.
Pilgrim and his super, was it the X
Yeah.
axis?
Also,
Yeah.
Mitchell, I know that this looks blue, but since I'm drinking a lot of wine now, my blood is turned blue.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had blueberry
Your blue
wine.
blood.
Yeah,
Like blue
exactly. Like a Ventru.
Like a Metro. Nerds.
Inventor.
Hey!
You guys are nerds.
It takes one to know one, man.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
Okay, so those are my notes. I don't know if they were at all helpful.
They were very helpful.
Yeah.
I had Kramer had that weird book about
Yes.
dreams in the
Oh.
early 90s.
Yeah, we had a big book and then we had a diary.
Yeah, you
That-
had
that was
Magda's
Magda's
diary, and then you also had a book that was in her apartment that kind of went into dreams and stuff like that.
The power of dreams.
Oh, if you imagine it, you can make it to happen.
Oh boy, that
Like
sounds
that.
exciting.
Yeah.
How you play games.
I had more notes before. Let me see.
Remember, in Soviet Russia, dreams chase you.
The
Oh,
dream
boy.
chase you. Oh god, I have to do the accent. Gotta do that.
That's great. You need to get into character.
I
Think
do.
about
I
like
do.
borscht.
Maybe somebody else's borscht, aka their dicks.
Yo!
Hey.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
So people who are just hopping in and watching the stream, we are going through Kult Divinity Lost, the Black Madonna campaign, originally published, I think, in the 90s, but then converted for the new system, which has been super fun, which centers around a group of people right after the Berlin Wall fell in Berlin. So far, these three individuals have been caught up with a woman named Magda, who, since encountering her, they have all kind of gotten slightly sick with little boils appearing on their hands and feet. Furthermore, they've discovered a connection with some sort of satanic group, and yeah, things aren't looking great for them so far. I know Wes is having a tough time trying to figure out exactly what is occurring.
Yeah. My life's falling apart. My wife went missing, but you know.
It's
Yeah.
fine. You probably killed her. It's okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
How's your kid?
Classic whodunit. Who can say? Not me.
No, not you. How's your kid? How's your kid?
Alive. For
Yeah.
sure.
Boy,
you sure?
now.
Are you
yeah,
sure?
100% alive right now. Yep.
Okay.
Great.
I'll check back in.
Don't need to. It's
Yeah.
okay. He's good.
Yeah, why are we asking questions about that? He's obviously fine. There's nothing at all weird or shady.
Everything's cool. But yeah, you guys know so far where the Slavic Association's headquarters is, as well as you know some of the addresses of, I believe, some of the Russians. But yeah, your wife is still missing. So good times for that. And for people who are interested on what else Penny for a Tale's run next week, we are starting up our Age Pass campaign on Monday, and then Tuesday I have roped some of these people in for Star Wars. There may or may not be Baby Yoda.
Don't fucking tease me.
Don't
Don't pull this.
play
Don't fucking
with my
tease me.
emotions.
Don't
Yeah.
play with my heart.
How could you say something so sensitive to everyone right now, so
Exactly.
casually?
That's what he does. He breaks your heart.
Yeah.
The monster.
Now we're supposed to play a game like you didn't just say that.
I know.
to channel your rage.
All right, we'll go continue on whatever this is.
But that doesn't have Baby Yoda. Hans is not going to meet Baby Yoda in this.
Turn on the telly. Oh, hey, Disney Plus.
Oh, Disney Plus.
Yeah.
The mouse and the Mickey and the
And the streaming, yeah.
the streaming. This character.
And Johanna, you were probably the only person who had a good night. Other than killing a individual who was stalking you, you had a good time with Detective Fritz. Something went down. And it was a good night, as opposed to Hans, who ended up bashing the skulls in of the two individuals Hans was sleeping with, and Wes Davis spent another night alone.
Hey,
Oh! I found more notes! Aha! I knew I had more notes! Okay, this is from an earlier session, though. Okay. Let's see what this says. Philip Kramer, Magda's friend, parentheses, bad guy, has nightmares, addict, dream book, publisher address listed, Slavic
Association.
Newspaper, cult, ritual, M on Magda's on the board. Irene, friend, went back to Hamburg. Dream book again. Doctor at hospital has worms. Journalist looked at her Francine. Dr. Samil West examined her. Okay.
Yeah, I totally got that.
okay,
That was
so
a string of nouns and adjectives.
Visit the doctor. Examine.
I think the doctor was the one that was like, "Oh, I want to examine all of you," and we were looking into, because we had like I got examined and then you guys did it, but somehow all of our medical records were like in a place.
That's it.
And
Yeah. We got them sent to us. Like it was
Oh yeah,
mailed
they
to
were
us.
twisted.
Yeah, and that's where I saw, and I think somebody else saw the worms.
And
Yeah.
where were they requested to?
Yeah.
Then we
they-
were-
they-
they
Oh
were-
God! Why would you do that? Get it out of
The
here!
first jump scare, that's why.
Oh God!
So they were requested to a place.
I thought they were requested to our houses.
Hang on a second.
Was there somebody else that like requested them, or they went somewhere?
Yeah, someone had been requesting medical information as if they were
Wiggle the
writing.
bobblehead as you talk to
Yeah, as if they were, as if you guys were requesting it. So you
Okay.
kind of saw the receipt. Is that like what, a care package? Is that a snuggle? Will it protect you? I don't know.
No, nothing protects you.
So...
When Mitchell brings out little, wait, crap, I have
playing it safe out here, okay? It's
I have
dangerous.
nothing.
Exactly.
I have nothing. I'm just gonna die. That's okay. I accept this fate.
Look, it's okay. All right, we're gonna get through this. All right. So, everyone had a decent night.
Does it sound like we did when you say it from Little Mitch?
I'm little Mitchell.
It's okay. It's fine. All right. So, Johanna Wagner wakes up to the wonderful smell of coffee. She is, of course, in a safe house provided by Detective Fritz, a middle-aged man with kind of blonde hair, green eyes, and a dark demeanor about him. But he has coffee currently being brewed as he is at the table reading what you can only assume must be the newspaper. What do you do, Joanna?
God, it's so creepy.
It is really ominous.
It is. Okay.
It's like a Stonehenge bobblehead.
It's a heavy little Mitchell night.
Oh my God. Ah! Oh God.
Anybody who's just tuning in has no idea, like, who that, why we're freaking out over that thing.
It's very unsettling.
Yeah, if
Go back and
anyone's
watch a
ever
couple of videos.
curious, I did some sort of ritual in China, and
That was summoned.
yeah.
We talk about another. Go watch our other videos. Go watch. We explain it. Go
Yeah,
watch our
actually,
videos.
in every video, you can see evidence of Little Mitch in not only my background, but in other people's backgrounds as well.
Yeah, he
Oh,
does move
Mitchell.
freely. Yep.
Yeah, I hate it when
Wow.
people like have like a lot of stuff or something weird in their background that they don't talk about.
Yeah, so I remember one time Jen had it like just kind of like scuttling underneath her bed, but
I don't like it.
Sweet.
So, okay. Moving back to this game we're playing.
into a world that's less terrifying.
Yeah, that's what's going on. Okay, so Johanna would walk over, I imagine putting something on. Like there's probably a rope or something in her bag. I don't know.
Yeah.
A t-shirt. Ooh, yeah, that's it. That's like she's doing the girlfriend shirt thing.
Classic 90s.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's just the thing you do. So I guess she would kind of like lean over and just in that like nice sort of flirty way, like, hey, and look over to see if there's anything interesting in the paper, like that she killed a man.
This just in.
Has there been any weird news lately? Just weird stuff out there.
No, anything related to just like perhaps me killing somebody last night. No.
No, actually, there is a new bakery opening up in nearby. There's a slight article on. Supposed to be quite delicious. Other than that, there are several articles about family values and a couple pieces concerning post Cold War articles. That's about it. He looks up at you. You can tell he's pretty tired. And for some reason this morning, the kind of slight raised skin upon your inside of your fingers, which have that little kind of like black dot on the center of it, feels a little inflamed this morning. Kind of sore, hurts a little bit. You can even feel it in your toes. But yeah, he looks at you and so I'm not good at this, actually. Did you sleep okay?
I honestly don't think anybody's good at this. And she'd take a seat across from him. I suppose I slept as well as one could under these circumstances.
Yeah. Look, I called. I don't want to alarm you. And I know when people say that, it really doesn't communicate the point. But the individual who you shot last night, I called in and there's been no word concerning him, or someone finding a body.
Uh, do you think it's a cover-up? Or
It might be. Maybe whoever was after you might have some connections. It probably does. Knowing that, I don't know how long this place will be safe.
what should I do?
Joanna, if there's anything I've learned from 10 years of trying to enforce the law, is that oftentimes there's really nothing you can do.
That's bullshit. You're telling me that your sage advice is that I should just, what, die?
No, I'm sorry. I haven't had my coffee yet. It's brewing. I have a wicked migraine.
I'm sorry. That was unkind. And
Yeah, it's you know.
I just I haven't been in this sort of situation before, and they were in my home. And I I don't like feeling this way. I don't like not having that control over what my future is going to be. Like, I don't, the path used to be so clear, so obvious, just, chase the stories, sell the papers, see things happen, see that justice is served. But this is so, I don't understand any of it.
Yeah, I know. I always ask someone else to kind of talk about this stuff with. Last night was it's a slight sunshine of a ray of sunshine in a otherwise cloudy and dark night. I promise you, I'll do what I can to protect you. To try to at least give you that same semblance of comfort. Maybe it's something that's kind of binding us together, or brought us together. I'd like to think so, that someone out there must not want people to be lonely.
Yeah, I want to believe that, in spite of all the ugliness, there is still good that is possible in this world. Um, there
I
has
like
to be
to as well.
there has to be these moments that give us some sort of hope.
Yeah.
Can you get a message to the others I was with? Is that possible?
Yeah.
I don't if I don't I mean, I don't know, like, should I move to another place or get out of the country? Like, I don't know.
It's hard to say if they do have ties with the local law enforcement. It's going to be hard leaving the country without them knowing. But let's take it one step at a time. You mentioned companions, friends. Why don't you give me their addresses and I'll go visit them and I'll bring them back here.
Okay. I don't know if they will be at those addresses necessarily, but I can give you the contact numbers that I have to reach them.
All right. Yeah.
But I'm worried that if I was chased, that maybe they're in danger too, and I want to make sure that they're okay.
All right. I'll make sure. But why don't you go drink some coffee? Hopefully it won't take more than 2 hours. Stay here. I wouldn't go out.
And she would like reach a hand across the table and be like, "Hey, please be safe out there too, okay?
Yeah.
'Cause I really don't want to lose you."
It's nice hearing that. Nice hearing that out loud. I don't want it to lose you either. And he like places a tentative hand upon yours and gets up, pours himself some coffee, and puts on his coat before tilting his hat. See you in see you soon. And he'll head out into the brisk cold.
What a man!
What a man, what a man, what a mighty good man.
God, you're gonna kill him horribly, I know it!
I was thinking that the entire time. I was like, oh man,
Oh, yeah.
what is he gonna do with
yeah.
this poor person? Oh man.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa. You guys are fine.
Well, you gotta think like Wes and kill him yourself.
Yeah. About to have a lost time episode.
Big broken brain time.
Wow.
The big broke.
So how's Hans doing this morning? I know you left the apartment. That the two individuals who you were sleeping with, but now are dead. After being
They are no longer with us.
Now you're wearing parts of them.
And they're dead on top of that.
Yeah.
That would be impressive if they were still alive somehow. You're just like,
I don't know. Like
I don't know if that would be mercy or unkind, or if you should go back and finish it. But if they were still alive, that would
that would be bad. He is pretty sure that they're dead. Like he is pretty sure at this point that they are dead. He left not long after all that happened.
And you left.
I found something that was kind of the predecessor to all of this. Was that I found something in the wall or like outside the wall.
Yeah, it was like a wallet with
it was the credentials and everything of them.
Yeah.
That was why I did it. Okay.
Yeah, and you also your special someone was sitting outside and wanted to talk, but you
I said fuck you.
Yeah, you moved on.
No, I didn't. I just had killed 2 people. Excuse me, sorry, sir, ghost of my former lover. I just killed 2 people.
It's a bad time.
Time.
Yeah, who hasn't been there, right?
Exactly. So he would have left not long after that, and he would have removed whatever. Oh, I guess I don't know what blood got on him. I don't know what he looks like, but that's going to be his first priority, is to get that changed. So I guess he's going to go back, which is the dumbest thing to do, but like for sake of this, he's going to go back to his apartment. Along the way, if he has like, I don't know if he has like an overshirt or like an over jacket and then a shirt underneath, if there's something that he can take off and throw away on the way, he'll do that. Like he'll just like dump that or whatever. But then he'll go back to his apartment. I don't remember if I kept or if I left that thing, the wallet that he found. I forget if I left it there or not.
I think you took the ID but left the wallet for the most part.
Okay. And I want to say that maybe I made it look like it was a robbery or something. I feel like I said that I tussled the thing to make it look like a robbery. Okay. If not, then I did. So he goes back to his apartment very early in the morning, like 2-3 o'clock, whenever after all this happens. And he immediately will dispose of the clothes, that any blood, anything like that. He's going to drink and then fall asleep.
All right. So the sometimes when you stain your hands, you can kind of see the fingerprints. Your fingerprint almost kind of raise up on your fingers. So as you're washing your hands, you can very much see the blood kind of caked into your fingers as well as your fingernails. And every time you kind of look into the mirror, it's almost like a photographer, like a bright flash of light, as if someone's taking a picture. And you see the images of the two young men who you had just who you just had a wonderful night with, a passionate night with, but their heads are splintered open and
What do you
pouring
do?
blood.
What else? What else do you do?
Yeah, it kind of even mixes the two images together. Images of you pressing up against a corpse, with blood all over your hands. And it's just hard to shake that image. These two almost passionate instances almost intertwined together.
This is getting weird. He is, so if he tries to wash his hands, does the blood come off, or is it just kind of permanently there?
It comes off, yeah. It just takes some scrubbing.
He's gonna scrub. He's gonna scrub a lot. He's also gonna start drinking a lot. Wash your hands, take a shot. Wash your hands, take a shot. On repeat. He doesn't. Yeah, he's gonna try and drink this away. Because that's what you do when you're, what he was. So
that's how healthy adults cultivate.
That's how exactly. That's what you do.
That's how I do.
That's
Yeah.
what you do.
So the phone rings.
He's gonna look at it and let it go for a little bit to see if they hang up.
They do not.
All right, after a couple, 6 rings or something, he'll go over and pick it up and yeah.
Hey, this is Detective Fritz. Can I...
Who are you?
Detective Fritz. I'm a friend of Miss Wagner.
Yeah. Wagner.
Do you have time?
Time for what?
A short chat.
How short?
5 minutes.
I got time for that.
All right.
Where are you?
Couple blocks.
Meet me at cafe. And he'll hang up.
All right.
He's already hung up. Yep. So Hans at that point will trying to remember what just happened and be like, who am I meeting? Who is this? Okay. Who am I? What's
You're
going
just
on?
meeting with a detective after
Killing somebody, yeah. This is
Yeah.
great. Whatever. His life is already, he's like, what the fuck ever. He's going to get changed, maybe swish around some Listerine, try and not reek of booze and horror and gore, and then leave and go to this cafe to meet this detective because he just killed 2 people.
Yeah. All right. What is Davis's morning like?
Well, I suppose it's morning already, isn't it? Wes didn't sleep, but he Henry's been taken care of. He if he had to get a second or a third sitter, he has, but he kind of needs to assume at this point that he's not going to be able to be a parent right now because of the whole possible murder investigation that could mount at any second. But right now he's just probably doing the same thing, drinking about a lot of things, drinking real hard, drinking deep thoughts, and waiting for his wife to come back, I guess.
I'm on that train with you.
Yeah, I'm just.
She's totally fine and not dead.
Yeah. So the reasoning is that nothing this batshit crazy would happen without people coming to you. So he doesn't really need to go anywhere. He can. The story is gonna find him. People are missing, so he's just gonna stay home and assume that real soon, shit's just naturally gonna hit the fan like it has been.
Like it does.
Yes.
All right, and as if on cue, there's a knocking at the door.
Imagine that! Wow, who would have thought? So yeah, Wes is just gonna go to the door, but he's gonna look at the people.
All right, you see a blonde, middle-aged man wearing a large coat. He says, "This is Detective Fritz. Is Davis in?"
Yep. I'm gonna open the door. German guy, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Maybe? All right.
Yeah, he looks
Money.
at you. Huh. All right. I wanted to see if we could talk briefly down at the cafe.
Okay. Cafe Mozart.
Yeah. Did you want to walk together, or do you need a few to
Why not?
get yourself together?
Oh no, I'm together.
Okay.
Grab my coat.
All right. Follow me.
So I think because we both have a mutual understanding that whatever we're about to discuss is probably pretty serious. We don't need to talk about it on the way over, right?
Yeah.
we don't need a pre-discussion about how crazy this situation is. There's got to be some unspoken understanding.
Not needed.
Yeah. He'll keep looking at you as you guys walk over to the cafe.
Oh man, the weather. Look at this weather. This is
So much
weather.
weather today. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
There's
How
been
about them sports teams?
Oh, sports team weather. Yeah, yeah.
the sports balls.
They were good at getting points, but bad at getting their other players to not get points. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
It's tough, and it was just chess.
All I know
so
is
like,
the ref
what?
should not have done the thing that the ref did, and people are pretty mad about that. It's pretty controversial. I didn't kill her, by the way, but what would you like to talk about?
Slide that in there.
Now that
That's
you've
like-
said it, it's okay.
Yeah.
That was it. He dropped the mic.
Yeah, I know, right?
We're coming back.
Walk away. I just don't come back.
That's it. Game.
You just see little Mitchell walking across screen. It's fine.
Comes for us all in the end.
All right, so you guys eventually make it over to Le Café with Fritz taking a seat, refilling his coffee mug, and just kind of staring at Hans and Wes for a few moments.
Ah, Massachusetts. Welcome.
So,
Good morning. You look great. We all look great.
Wagner, Miss Wagner sent me.
Did she? Where is she?
She's in a safe place right now. She was attacked last night.
By whom?
Don't know. Some individual. But
You haven't identified them yet?
no, I just focus on getting Miss Wagner to a safe place.
Attack. Should you go to a hospital?
No, she's physically fine. But I'm sure it must have taken a toll on her. In any case, I wanted to bring you to her. She is worried whoever was looking for her might also be looking for you too.
I'm sorry. Did you say what happened to the attacker?
He was shot, and we left the scene.
Did he Do you know if he's dead?
No.
You just left.
Yes.
You did not call for the backup?
It was a strange predicament, and I don't want Miss Wagner to be caught up in what could be very dangerous for her.
Well, how can we know and believe that you are saying the things that you are saying and they are true?
I don't think you can. I think, really, if you want to see Wagner again, the best thing for you to do is to come with me and see her yourself.
He's gonna look at Wes.
Yeah, move back.
If you want to see her again, we go with him blindly. It's fine. It's great. So nothing bad happened. This is great.
Blindly. As opposed to what? Is there some sort of clarity you've had prior to today, this morning? Is this now, when this seems like a shit show? I think it's been a mess from the start.
I don't know what circumstances you've got yourself into, Mr. Davis. All I know is I want to see Wagner through.
If you know where she is, you could call her.
Best not for her safety.
Go look at Wes.
So, I'm gonna get up and leave. I hope you will follow. And he'll get up and head out.
Look, look at Wes. Do you have babysitter?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Get
He's
your
gonna
second
get up.
babysitter.
The third, fifth, I don't know. Who knows?
All right. Yeah. Without sounding too awkward and desperate, I'm just gonna start following Fritz. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no. Hans is gonna do the same.
Just following, hoping that was an invitation to hit that HOV lane.
All right. So around the afternoon, Wagner, you hear the door unlock.
I have my gun. Just in case.
And Fritz calls in.
Oh,
Hello,
okay.
Miss Wagner. I've brought your companions.
Okay, like she'll put the gun.
Don't
away.
shoot.
It's fine.
Not in America. Don't shoot.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna head.
Yes. Come in. Johanna has put on clothes, but she is like, it looks like she tried to put herself together, but like for Hans, who knows like her, like Hans can tell like, oh, that hair isn't brushed, like, you know, that shirt's really like wrinkly, like, you know, all of this, like the makeup's not quite blended.
He's like,
it's
get yourself together, queen. Come on.
Exactly. Like, it's not like she's going through some shit. I'm glad you're all okay. I think and Fritz, thank you for bringing everyone here.
Of course.
There's coffee, if anybody needs coffee, and she'll like look distinctly at Hans, like,
yeah.
you
Let's
need coffee.
No, let's get coffee. Let's do the coffee.
So, all right. And then, like, assuming everybody's sitting down now, just okay, so I think that whatever this is that we've stumbled into is so much bigger than we thought, and I want to see it through, but I was nearly killed last night by someone. I don't know who, and they were in my house, okay? My house isn't safe, and I don't know how much longer this place is going to be safe, but I don't know who we can trust or how far this thing goes.
Your friend said that you don't know that he was wounded, right? You shot him, right?
Yes.
But you don't know if he died.
Mitchell, where did I shoot him?
I mean, for all purposes, it looked like he was dead.
It looked fatal.
Where's the corpse?
That is the question. The detective, Fritz, says that there's no evidence of anything there. So, but we, like, he was there, and it happened.
It's like the worms. It is like the worms. You saw it, you did not sit, and it wasn't there. It's a
No, it wasn't like that at all. Cause Mitchell, he had grabbed her and stuff, right? Are there like bruises?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, was it like around her? Was he choking her? Yeah.
Yeah,
so, like,
yeah. You have the bruises around.
Yeah,
your neck
she'll
still.
like. Does this look like I was making shit up?
I wasn't making up the worms. The worms happened. He's like the only one that saw her. Like hit her. The only one. I believe the worms. Okay.
Yeah. But I think that. All right, so we know that they're in the mob. We think they might be in the police. They might be part of the media. I think that this is likely they have the resources to clean this up. And I don't really know where we go from here. Were you guys followed or anything like that last night?
I'm gonna look to Davis. See his reaction first.
Look, what you're saying, I respect it. I do, but I've worked in the government, and I know it's not perfect, but the suggestion that whatever is happening here comes all the way to the top. I'm finding it a little bit hard to believe. And I know shit's happening right now, but I think there must be a better explanation.
Not to take away from you, Massachusetts, but on my perspective, having the government, the police, and the media all controlled, I think it's possibility. I think I have experienced similar things. As to how to fix or how to start, I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever they were doing with that book, maybe it was meant to be some sort of, they were looking to control people through their dreams or something like that. I don't know. But that group had powerful people backing it who want those secrets kept hidden. And everybody who has witnessed anything like that related to this case has been killed in some way, or converted. So I don't know. I feel like the natural response would be to drop it, but like I don't think that would be enough at this point, because I think we've seen too much. I mean, I don't know. Like, because there's Fritz, there were more murders in connection with it, right? Those Romanian boys
Yeah.
were ritualistically killed.
The Romanian boys? What was that?
Now, if you look back in the Slavic Association and some of the people connected with them, especially with this little occult shop, there's been reports of cultism, maybe even satanic activity. It's all been kind of swept under the rug. A lot of the files are spread out. A lot of information is redacted.
Do we still have the books, like the journal and the other book that we got from Magda? We still have them?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have them? Does Wagner have them? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, Mitchell, could I have spent the afternoon looking over the book?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Good, because I'm about to ask about it. The book that we got from Magna's apartment. Have you looked at it further?
Yeah, let me pull it up.
Mitchell.
The volume should be fixed. All right, so you're looking through the Magda's journal or the book?
I want both, but I'm not looking at them, so.
Okay.
Wagner, did you want the journal or the book?
I think the book.
Excellent. So The Power of Dreams is the book that you have. It was open to a page detailing the ritual for treating cursed diseases.
Yeah.
Has also been dog-eared for easy reference. It's written by Philippe Kramer.
Yeah.
And released through Black Sun Publishing, with its publisher address listed in Berlin. Reading through it, you find a chapter called Dream Curses. It describes how different diseases can be inflicted through dream magic. A disease inducing black boils is described in detail.
Can I, does it, oh yeah, and then we had read about how we can cure it, right?
Correct, yeah.
Which was like sacrificing someone?
It's always sacrificing someone.
I don't remember.
So you can't help but like connect some of the parallels between the descriptions of this disease and what's currently affecting you.
Yes.
So like these raised bumps on your fingers, with the black boils at the end of it. Furthermore, it says that this particular curse is relatively benign, but can become gradually empowered by the conjurer. The victim's pain and anxiety can be channeled back to the conjurer, who then can utilize it for their own purposes. So it's almost like this curse that help feeds something much bigger.
Does it say anything about what that end thing could be, like what it could be used for?
It does
End ultimate goal.
not. But
And it doesn't say how to get rid of it, right?
it does. So those who are currently afflicted with it, it says that you can free yourselves, free the disease from its host bodies by killing individuals.
All
One
right, done.
for each person
Got
affected in a very ritualistic manner.
Nah,
Yeah, there's a whole ritual that comes with it.
So close. 2 people could have had
Yeah,
this.
and it has to be you kind of break it by going to the people responsible for it.
Okay.
Conjurer.
Mhm.
Now, with the boys, in the Romanian boys, does the ritual way that they were killed sound like the ritual way described in the book?
In some ways, yes.
Okay. All right. So, Fritz, do you know if there's been any outbreaks of diseases, or like, is there a way you can gain that information for me, like understanding if an unknown disease or
No, sorry. No disease outbreak so far, not in this city.
I wonder if we talk to that those doctors at the well, but they might be in on it too.
Sounds like they're in on it with all the needing to check everything, checking all of us and everything.
So the kind of details of the ritual are as follows. So it consists of creating an outer circle, roughly 500 paces from the temple. Those performing the ritual scatter sand and soot, pronounce the invocation, and visualize a chasm around the temple. The next circle begins approximately 40 paces from the temple. Blood from the afflicted individuals mixed with uninfected blood is poured on the ground. The invocation is pronounced, and an abyss is visualized surrounding the temple. The third and last circle is created directly around the conjurers. Completing this sequence transfers the curse back.
Well, we have the salt. 1 down. When it says temple, do you think it's actually structure, like a temple structure?
Fritz, did it mention anything about the location of where these boys were killed?
I know somewhere in Berlin, but most of that information is redacted.
Can it be unredacted?
I've been trying to. Not so far.
Yeah, and I don't want him attracting too much attention.
We know we could all be watched right now.
Hopefully not. That's why I thought it prudent to get you out of at least your houses, somewhere different, somewhere foreign.
Well, if the temple is an actual physical place, that's there might be ties to find that. There might be clues to find that. What about the publisher? Have you is that a do they publish other the books?
Mitchell, I remember we asked about this last time.
Probably.
I believe that it was like they publish a lot of independent occult stuff.
Yeah, they're kind of like your local bookstore for the occult.
And I think that we went there Or no? Or did I
No,
just
not
call
yet.
them?
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe you called, but yeah, you do have the
Okay.
the address for the Mantra Bookshop.
We have the address, and I have the contact, but I'm worried about. Again, we could get attacked, and I don't know. Is it, unless there's a way we can go discreetly?
Well, what would we?
Well, for one, if anybody is watching us, they know for a fact we're here. Fritz, you made at least 2 phone calls to get us a meeting, so any spy even halfway competent knows we would be here. And if they didn't follow us here, they're here now. So if we're to head to the publisher, perhaps you leave in your car to circle around the block. If somebody's tailing us, they'll follow you, and that'll give us a chance to head there.
That sounds good. I'll make sure that if someone is following, they'll be diverted down a different path. Just get to Berlin, find something, anything, and Miss Wagner, call in when you can.
She would like sort of straighten his tie and just be like, please be safe out there.
Hans is like, really?
Mhm.
I got this. Okay. Go ahead. You go ahead, girl. Good. You get that. You get that.
Yeah. And he'll step out into the cold, close the door, and leave.
This is the last we're gonna see.
Nah, he's fine. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Everything's
Johanna's just gonna like watch the door for a moment. Like okay. So to the publisher then.
All right, Black Sun Publishing. All right, so you guys hop into a vehicle and head over to back to Berlin.
I'm going to Berlin. Yeah. Hans will keep a lookout for tails as well. He knows what they look like and to do, hopefully.
So far, nothing stands out as you guys drive over to Berlin. You get there around the evening. The sun's slowly starting to set, and you see Black Sun Publishing, like the sign, somewhat lit up. With the door wooden, with glass kind of painted over right in front of it. So what do you do?
Park the car.
Sign business hours?
No business hours, but
right,
it does appear that there's some activity within inside.
I'm gonna look to Hans.
Joanna has her gun in her purse.
Hans is like, there'll be bookends in there. It's fine. I'll be fine. Let's go in.
Sure. Yep. I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna try the door.
Yeah. Do
I
it.
don't think we need to knock.
All right.
Is the door open? You got to tell us to roll initiative.
Yeah, it's a mimic.
He was like, all right. He pulled up a window. Fucking
So as you approach, the door opens and you see a rather large individual staring at you. He is bald with almost this crisp blue eyes. Just beyond him, you see kind of a sitting area. As he looks at you, he says, "What is it?"
We're looking for information on a book published here.
All right. Are you a member?
No.
Come in here. This is as he kind of points a little bit further down the road. You notice that this like building is connected to like a larger one. This area is somewhat run down a little bit, but nonetheless, kind of further down, you see words printed on the side of the building that's connected to this that states the Slavic Association.
Can I do like an observation to see if he has any of the marks of the disease?
So you don't need to roll for that. So far, you have not seen any evidence that he has a disease on him. Yeah, looking at his hands, they're kind of out in front, and he's a very confident individual with these big, almost meaty hands. But he looks very much healthy, especially compared to you three, who are somewhat feverish, with little boils between your fingers and toes.
A little drunk.
And a little drunk. You know.
Little drunk.
Nothing cures diseases like alcohol.
Vodka. What else is in this store? Like, are there shelves with books? Are there table? I mean, other than the seats that you said were behind this guy, was there anything else?
Kind of hard to see. From your perspective, all you kind of see is several couches and light and such like that. But his form is blocking a lot of it.
Okay.
So at this point, Johanna will speak up and be like, me and Hans, we are members. He's our guest.
Fan.
I see. Let me check real quick.
We were with Magda.
With Magda. All right, come inside. He'll step in.
Oh God.
I push Wes ahead of me. Good luck. Go.
Johanna's just like, I'm in control and internally screaming and in control, but internally
You're like, I'll get us in, don't worry. And then he said, come in. You're like, oh God, no.
Oh, God,
I was not prepared for this.
Didn't ask for this when I asked for this.
Hans is just like, let's go. Like, what the fuck ever.
Yeah. It's just like, you weren't supposed to say yes. Anyway, so yeah, let's go.
Go. Yeah, he's in. All in.
Everything's fine. It's cool.
It is.
It's cool. Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. So it looks like a lot of people are kind of packing up. It looks like this area is like this resting area, and then further on there's doors, but people are kind of shuffling through with their briefcases. You know, it's kind of the end of the day shuffle out. The individual who spoke to you speaks to someone behind this glass. Like there's a little hole cut out.
What language? Can I perceive what language it is?
It's German.
Okay.
Yeah. And a couple seconds later, this older lady comes out with these bright green eyes and this wonderful smile as she extends her hand. Hello, my name is Helga Kraust. Welcome to the Slavic Association. Have any questions? Anything I can help you with? I have brochures, of course. My companion over here says you knew Magda.
Yes. She used to be a close friend of mine. And we were just very saddened about her loss, and I understand she was a frequent visitor of this shop.
In a way, yes. But it's good to see other card-carrying members who are present.
I'm gonna use this opportunity to slowly creep away. I wish I could tell her that I'm not a member to put the spotlight off of me, but I don't want to give away my American accent because I think that could be used against me. So without saying a word, I'm going to like do the socially awkward drift and then maybe head over to the casual area and see if I can browse through the book covers a little bit.
All right, excellent. Yeah, so you head on over to the book shelf. There's lots of a lot of Russian books are present behind the glass case. Do you speak Russian?
I don't. I don't think I do. I think I have two other languages. I might. For this, I'm gonna say I don't understand.
Yeah, they're all like these. They look kind of like the first published books. I mean, being able to rifle through the covers, you can see a lot of them have been published within the last 10 years. Almost like a showcase of the Slavic Association books that they've been publishing. But none of it looks kind of nefarious. Would be the word, I guess, if you're looking for that sort of thing.
While he's doing this, or Hans will kind of at least move so that he is in the line of sight for Wes behind him. And he's gonna, make sure that he's, trying to cover him as much as possible.
Yeah. All
right. Did you know Magda well?
I've seen her come and go, but I wouldn't say I knew her well.
Do you know if there's anybody who did? Because there were a couple of her effects that were left behind, and I wanted to see if any of her close friends wanted to have Mentos to remember her by.
I see. Well,
like pieces of jewelry, photographs, some books, that sort of thing.
Yeah. It was Magda Orlova who helped found the Slavic Association. Marvelous woman, and it's a shame to hear that she passed, especially since she was elected onto the board last May. But unfortunately, within the last couple of months, she kind of been behaving erratically and always was washing herself and slept in our buildings. Then she moved to Hamburg in July, so I don't know if many people here would be interested in tokens. It kind of left a scary taste in everyone's mouths.
Really?
Yeah.
What about Philip? She mentioned him quite often.
In what way?
They just they seemed close.
I see.
Were they not? Did you hear otherwise?
No, I'm sorry. It's I just I'm not used to speaking to people about certain relationships. Magda was a pretty secretive person, and I don't know how much I want to speak concerning her affairs here.
Mitchell, does she seem like on edge, like scared, or just kind of like I this is making me uncomfortable, or like I'm grossed out by this person. Like, where are we at here?
She does seem on edge.
Okay.
Hans, you're where are you?
I am still with the conversation, or still with Wagner,
Yeah.
and talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of looking about, like he's kind of letting the conversation happen, and he's kind of seeing, like, where you are, Ian, and like just what's going on about.
Yeah. I'm going to try to pull your attention as subtly as I can. And then just, God, you can come up with an excuse that doesn't out me as the weird ass American, like
hey, look at that weird ass American.
Yeah, it was going to be like, I got to go check on the American. Bye.
The American, he doesn't know anything. He just works for the government in the USA.
You don't know why he's here. I got to go check on him. Okay.
He's
bye.
definitely not CIA.
No, definitely.
God.
No,
Give him a break. His wife went missing. Am I right?
Well, he's an alcoholic too. Whatever. No, he'll excuse me. I have to check on our friend.
Of course.
And he'll walk off and meet up with.
All right. Yeah, without as subtly as I can, but still in English in case somebody overhears me, but doesn't speak really good English. I'm gonna say Kramer was a painter, so I don't know his relationship to this place, but maybe his works are present in more ways than just his writing. So keep your eyes peeled.
Hans catches about half of that. He doesn't speak good English.
If you heard Kramer and painter, I'm
painter,
happy.
I was like,
Painter, Kramer, yeah, it works.
Okay. Why we? Okay, no, understand. Look for
English, good.
Yeah, look for painting. American, good.
Yeah. Hamburger, pizza. Hey.
Can he see the books at this point?
Yeah.
All right. He's gonna look at them, and he knows Russian. So, what do they say?
Hold
on.
What?
No, he's books.
Books. So you see several titles. One is called Through the Heart of Darkness. Another is called A Journey Through Death. Angels of Pain, Messengers from the Underworld. And then the others are kind of political and economic analyses of the current situation in the former Soviet Union.
This sounds like Mitchell's bookshelf, basically.
You're not wrong.
Can he see any like description of what the three interesting books say, like little book about weird cult shit?
No, not really.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're all kind of like leather bound, like premium hardcover editions.
How old do they look? Like recent? They're not like
they're recent. They're all been published like within the last 5 years.
Okay. How secure is this bookcase?
No,
never mind. He's just gonna punch through it now.
Bam.
Bam.
Yeah, it has like glass, and it looks more so like a presentation for people kind of coming in and out. And actually, Kraus, while she's looking at Wagner, says, "What are your names again?"
I am Johanna. This is my friend Hans. And that is it's a good German name for
I took it. That was my good German name.
Peter. Or is it
Piotr?
Or is it Peter? Piotr? Is that it? I know there's a German way to say Peter. It's like Pietr. Like however you pronounce that.
That.
Yeah.
Yes, that's my name.
That's it. There we go.
She nods. And your membership cards?
Oh, darn it. I seem she'd like just start ruffling through her purse like, I'll find it, I swear. Just give me a bit, like I've been so scattered lately. Now Mitchell or Irene, who is that again?
Who?
Irene, I have her in my notes as being connected to Magda moving to Hamburg.
Oh, yeah, one of her friends.
Okay. Was she
Oh, part of the Slavic? I don't think you didn't know.
okay. Tell me, like, was Irene a member also? Cause I know that she moved to Hamburg with Magda, and like Johanna's just like pulling receipts and gum wrappers and like.
Can Hans come over at this point?
Yeah.
Excuse me. And he's going to speak in Russian. I'll do this.
Yeah.
Do you speak Russian?
Yes.
Could you tell me about the books over here? I'm I'm interested in these 3 titles. I noticed that they're in Russian, and I love to get more information about them.
Of course. Why don't I bring the books to a meeting room, and it should give you enough time to look through them.
Yes.
And she speaks in German to the 3 of you. If you would, please follow me. Would anyone like any coffee?
Da.
All right. So she'll bring you to this nice little meeting room. The kind of windows face a kind of broken down area of like this little factory building with trash strewn all over the streets and such. There's this blackboard on the side of the room, and she smiles. She said, "Give me 1 minute, and I'll bring that coffee for you, as well as those books."
Thank you, I appreciate it.
My pleasure. And she heads out.
Mitchell, are there any ways to get out of this room?
I'm glad you asked. There are 3 windows that are kind of facing that kind of disused factory that's connected to this building. Though the windows kind of have those wirings that so it's reinforced. Hard to say exactly how to open it. Kind of looking at it, it looks like someone might have done something to them to kind of make the whole process a little bit more difficult.
I have an advantage called exit strategy, and I can pick out the best course, like the best exit. But I think that only might be if we're in combat. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to look, but I do have that.
Yeah, we could say out of combat as well. So looking around, the ceiling like panels that are usually held up by a little crossing of plastic. You're pretty sure if you kind of like get onto the table, you can push one of those up and maybe at least escape to the next room by use of it, and then proceed from there.
Okay.
Man, you guys are pretty antsy. I don't understand.
I know.
Yeah. So I have a feeling that we might have been made.
We might have been. Let's find out.
Do we want to, or should one of us move on to the next room to potentially try to find some stuff?
Let's like wait 5 minutes and then. Oh God, there's a timer.
All right, I'm gonna go see if I can find anything out, like with just make an excuse that I went to the bathroom or something like that.
Can I try the door that she came out of, or that?
Yeah, it's locked.
Okay.
All right, definitely going to the next room. I'm gonna do it.
All right, you are all 3 of you guys going up?
Yes.
I'm going to help them first, and then I'll be the last.
All right. So first, Davis crawls up into that space and is able to get in. Then Wagner, and then finally Hans. Hans, as you kind of hop up over there, you feel something grab your leg.
Oh God, it's a horse.
Forever the horse.
Forever the horse. I have an advantage called lightning fast, and I have to again look that up because I haven't played this game in ever. That probably will help do something. Oh no. Well, I don't have that open. Oh God. I come back and there's little Mitchell. That's just horrifying. Okay, so I need to open the things back up. So, can I kick the hands or whatever, or kind of do that?
Yeah.
Violence?
Yeah, violence. Give me a violence roll. Remember, 2d10, not d6, because I love you guys and want you to succeed.
15.
That's a stretch.
That is a stretch, but 15 total.
All right, you kick out and you hear a gruff cry as you slip into the ceiling, where it's pitch black. You kind of feel dust around you and the crawling of two figures further in.
Don't trust people who speak Russian, I swear. He's going to crawl. He's going to catch up to them.
All right. So I assume those up front move the little block to see the next room. And it is... Let's see where you guys will be. Ooh. It looks like a secretary office.
I have oh man, I realized that I have fast talk and interrogator. Fuck, that would have been useful.
It's fine.
Damn it. Well, I do have a ton of reasoning and investigation, and I have crime scene investigation. So does anything jump out at me like, oh man, this is shady?
So other than a new electrical typewriter, you see two filing cabinets, and several administrative paperwork, which is on top of the desk. The window here looks significantly more normal than the other windows you guys left from. Okay. But you guys kind of hear some shouting down the hallway.
Mm-hmm. They are most certainly going to catch up to us.
Yeah.
Let's move quickly.
I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna open the file cabinet, see if there's anything. If any.
Can I lock the door?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, can we put like
You can put the chair like in front of the door.
All right, hand me the chair.
Yep.
I wanna, if any of the names, any files that have Magda, Philippe, Irene, who else was there?
Philip, we said that.
Yeah, Philip. Sorry,
Okay.
I keep saying Philippe.
So what you see is there is a
Anton Mahler or Sasha Pokaden.
there seems to be meetings occurring bi-weekly on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which seem to kind of speak more so of occultism and ritualistic magic.
I will grab those fucking meeting minutes.
Yeah, you're like, bah! It's more so information for upcoming meetings that are occurring. But yeah, you guys grab it. You hear some pounding on the door. and then a loud boom as the doorknob is shot forward as
What?
several pellets slam into the desk.
Through the window.
Yeah.
To the wall.
This got interesting very fast. Can I just? We're gonna try and open the window.
Yeah. Okay. While that's happening, this is what I would consider a dangerous situation.
Yeah, I would
So
too.
I'm going
Probably. It's a
Use-
Monday for me though, but.
So yeah, I'm going to use Daredevil. Because when
All
you
right.
enter a dangerous situation, roll plus perception.
Ooh, good.
A
Look at
D10,
you.
right? D10?
Yes,
Yes.
D10s, 2D10s.
2D10s.
For everyone else, why don't you give me an avoid harm roll?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total.
What is the avoid harm roll?
Reflexes.
Okay.
So you got a what, Ian?
9 total.
Ooh, that's a failure.
No.
Whoa. So I think because I have light and fast, I can use my violence instead of maybe reflexes.
I think so too.
Oh, it says if you get 9 or below, you choose.
I'm gonna do that.
Instead
Okay.
of 3 or 2, I get 1 edge.
Nice.
But
So
I'm in over my head, so the GM makes a move.
2d10.
Correct, 2D10.
Yes.
Okay. Oh God, I
Yeah.
rolled a 5, and I rolled 5 total, and I have 1 in reflexes.
That's kind of where I am. I rolled a 5 total, got a 3 for using violence instead, so it's total 6. We all failed.
The edge I was going to use was get the jump on them, which says harm your opponent before they can react. But it says the GM makes a move. Because I got a 9.
All right.
What I was trying to do was move a metal cabinet, which I'm assuming is there, because every time I build an office setting in my head, there's always a fucking steel filing cabinet.
There's always one, right?
Yeah.
100% of the time.
They kind of
Yeah.
magically appear as you make an
Same
office.
one in every office. It's
Yeah.
copied. Yeah,
It
anyway.
is.
I was going to push it in over to the door.
Would have been really cool.
Yeah.
And I still have the 1 edge. I mean,
Yeah.
do
So
it.
you watch as the other two kind of like in a hurried motion try to lift up the window, and it's not going really well. So you grab the steel cabinet and you push it over just in time to kind of push back this gun, which is slowly peeping through the hole. So I'm going to say my move is I want you to endure injury.
Oh, right.
The harm is 3. So it's your fortitude minus 3.
Okay. So my fortitude is 0. So
All right.
-3.
Yep, 2d10 minus 3.
And that's what I'm rolling. 2d10
Mhm.
minus 3. All right. I got a 5 and it says 0, so that means
10.
Cool. I got a 5 and a 10 minus 3, 12.
12.
All right. Let me know what you choose. You have, because you got how much again?
12 total.
Oh, you got 12 total? That's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine.
I'm fine.
Let's see. I'm gonna say you receive a serious wound.
Okay.
So as you kind of push this thing down, and you see Wagner and Hans trying to crawl out of the window. They're not doing a great job. It's tense. Adrenaline's pumping through. The gun is pointing through that little archway, and you see it being aimed at Wagner and Hans. But Davis, you kind of, with your action, are in the way of that firearm. There's another loud bang, and it clips you right in the side. So as you look down, you see several holes on your shirt, where these pellets have kind of grazed your flesh, and blood starts to pool into your shirt and soak into it on your side. You immediately kind of feel weak.
Yep.
It's bad. But you
man.
three are able to kind of roll over the window and land on the hard gravel on the other side. And I assume y'all are going to start running.
Yeah, once they've got that window open, I'm just gonna take it as a straight shot. But I'm gonna wait until I don't have to wait over there, so I can keep this filing cabinet. I'm just gonna start leaning on it at that point. It's not really an effort. It's just pretty much unintentional because I'm not okay.
Yeah. So are you
Yeah.
going out the window, Wes?
Once they're through,
Once
yes,
they're
I'm
through?
just gonna.
All right, cool.
I'm just gonna. Whoop.
Whoop, 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 whoop. All right. So everyone, give me an act under pressure, which is your roll plus coolness, and we'll see what happens.
I got a 3 total.
16.
So,
Nice.
16 total. This is an average
11.
Monday.
11 total.
Nice. All right.
what happens, man?
Okay, so Hans, Wes, and Johanna race across the street, hoping to get away, and you guys notice this car traveling fast, coming up towards you. Hans, you know as you jump the chain link fence just down an alleyway that you're fine. You're gonna make it. You're a survivor, damn it. And you're gonna do what you do best, which is survive. Wes is grabbing onto that bullet wound, almost limping as he is. He is not going to make it. He is not going to make it. And so the decision falls on Johanna. If you do nothing, you will escape, no doubt. But if you want to ensure Wes isn't captured, you can go back and help him, but chances of getting out are kind of slim. What do you do? You see him running towards you. The car's fast approaching.
Is it possible for me to shoot the because it's the car that we're running from? Okay. Is it possible for me to try to shoot at the car to give Wes? Okay.
All right, go ahead and roll your violence.
Oh god. I rolled a 9.
What's your total?
A 9.
Oh man! All right, cool.
Is there anything I can do, or is it set that like I'm just booking it?
Yeah, you're on the other side as you see Johanna take a few pot shots at this vehicle, but as it swerves almost in front of Davis, who's probably losing blood, vision is blurry. 3 individuals come out, each carrying guns, and they point it at Wagner and say, "Drop the gun and get in the car."
Just drop it.
Will he be okay? He needs medical attention.
We'll take care of him. He'll come with us too.
All right, I drop it and I immediately run to Wes to like help him with the bleeding and stuff.
All right.
Great friend.
So they 2 of them keep their guns aimed at you, while one kind of helps you get into the back seat of the vehicle. The doors close, and Hans, you watch as this vehicle pulls out onto the road and heads off.
He will remember the make and model and the name, or if there's a license plate or something. That he'll remember that. But okay. God damn it. Okay.
Yeah.
Being in the backseat of his car.
Yeah, the guy in the passenger seat. So each of them have kind of like this dark hair, and they're wearing scarves to kind of cover up the bottom part of their face. The one in the passenger seat has a gun aimed at Johanna, and the other one has this knife that he has pressed against Wes's kind of side.
He's already bleeding to death. Is that really necessary? And she's gonna just like start taking her scarf off and wrapping her around.
Were there any cars in the nearby vicinity that were like people were just getting into, or like, is there any way that I could like steal a car and follow them?
Yes, there is.
This is great idea.
So these people are normal people. You just kind of deck a person, hop into their car.
Is this what I
do? Berlin.
I needed that.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
What the hell?
Okay. Are there any distinguishing like features to the people we're in the car with, or like does anybody have any scars or tattoos or boils?
No boils. You notice that they have distinct Russian accents, and for the most part, they're speaking Russian to each other.
Would Johanna know Russian because of her secret past?
We'll say yes.
Okay.
So it sounds like they are taking you to Pokodin's mansion.
Okay, and Pokodin was... oh no. Okay. So we're
fine.
All right. So let's see. I don't know what any of these things do. Like, would my things, if I'm trying to find out who they are and what they're doing, you know, anything like that, would Fast Talk or Interrogator help me in these?
Not for these. They seem very much unwilling to chat right now, especially since it feels like German isn't their kind of dominant language.
Okay.
And if you want to keep kind of like that feeling that they don't know that you speak Russian as they continue to talk, it's kind of necessary. But kind of in the rearview mirror, you do see Hans following.
Okay.
This is my life.
All right.
I love it. Whatever.
So yeah, like I'm gonna try to keep them all occupied on me, like, and just be like, okay, when are we getting to the hospital? Like, he needs blood now. What are you like? What are you even doing? Like, why were you shooting at us?
The passenger individual kind of sticks his gun in your face and says, "Quiet."
No, I mean, again, you promised me that we were going to get my friend some medical attention, and I need to know what's going on, what's happening.
So, I'm gonna do a move because this is a long time coming.
Oh,
this
God.
is a long time coming.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
So, you are Davis and Wagner. You are both going to be enduring harm. The harm is 5.
Harm is 5.
Yep, so that is fortitude minus 5. And then roll 2d10.
You're kidding.
Nope.
So if my fortitude is 0, then it's 5, right?
Yeah, then it's minus 5 because the harm is 5, so the harm subtracts from the fortitude. Yeah.
Okay.
So my final result is 2.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
11.
Not bad.
Oh wait,
Yeah, not bad.
no, sorry. 11 minus 5, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
6.
All right. Hans, you see this as they are going past this this 4-way stop. You notice this vehicle.
I ram it into them. I just ram them. Kill them all.
So Actually, this vehicle smashes, just sidewinds the car that your friends are in, turning it over and into like this tree on the side of the road. Since you guys were kind of heading off into the
That's what I was gonna do.
So this is up to Jennifer and Ian. You get to choose. So your consequences are as follows, and you get to choose one of these. You are knocked out, you receive a critical wound, or you are dead.
Ooh.
You get to choose.
Wait, what do you mean? Means one of us is knocked out and critically wounded and one of us is dead?
No, you guys each get to kind of make that choice.
Okay. What are the penalties for a critical wound?
So critical wound, if this ever happens again, you can't choose critical wound again. But basically it means you're gonna need to get hospitalized and quick. It's a wound that will be fatal unless you kind of take care of it.
Okay.
But you're still alive, which is the... All right.
Critically wounded.
Yeah, I'll go with critically wounded.
All right. So
I choose death. I just die.
You're in the car. You're like, oh no.
Done.
So yeah, kind of. Why don't you guys kind of describe how it turns out as this vehicle is flipped over to its side, and you guys are upside down in this vehicle now.
Hans is stopping and getting out and helping.
Much more painful than they were because it's rather excruciating having shrapnel in my body. Except looking down, I don't claim to have any idea what happened to the other passengers, but I know where the knife ended up. And that might be the last thing I realized before it went black. But unless somebody can handle the shrapnel, blood loss, and 4-inch blade in my stomach, I think I'm dead. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, Wagner.
I will say that so she was probably not really wearing a seat belt because she was tending to Wes. So when the car slammed into the thing, she went through the window.
Woo.
So there's things broken. Like her face.
Yeah, you probably like look up at your hand and you notice your like elbow is
it's not quite where it should be.
It's like sticking out here a little bit. Yeah, you look a wreck. Hans, what do you do as you approach?
Just keep driving.
You're like,
move to a new city.
That looks bad.
Start again.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's horrible shit. No, that'd be really funny. He would of course stop immediately and look around for anybody else that he can yell to. Call police, call ambulance. There. And he would get out of the car and immediately try and he'd see Wagner on the ground, and go over to her first and try and see if she's alive. See, without moving her too much because I don't want to paralyze you. Yeah. All right. Once he realizes that she's alive-ish, he's going to go after Davis.
All right.
And
pull
try and
from
she's just gonna be like mumbling like the name of the detective over and over again.
It's okay. I'm here. We're gonna get you help. You're fine. You look great. Your elbow's not fucked up. You're great.
So as you pull Wes
Yeah.
out, you notice like his lower half is drenched
No.
in blood. It looks like the knife, the handle itself is kind of in his body. So the knife went through, and then the handle went into him as well. Kind of cracked into his rib cage. He looks pale.
He looks dead unless you know better.
You're like,
his red shirt's got white spots.
Lord.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to.
Yeah. Hans is going to treat him as if he's still possibly alive, even though he doesn't think that he is. So he's just going to apply pressure to the wound, try and stop the bleeding, which is just, basic first aid. And try and get him to where Wagner is. As he's still, trying to communicate with other people to get help. Are the other people still in the car?
Mm-hmm.
They dead?
Hard to say. They're not moving.
There's only one way to make sure.
Yeah, no.
Take their guns! Take their guns!
No, that's kind of what he's going to do. He's going to quickly go back to the car, look for guns, look for wallets.
Like this, that, I need this one.
You start you grab the wallet and a gun, and as you do, a kind of ambulance pulls up. It starts kind of picking people up in medical.
He's gonna tell him to pick up Davis and Wagner first, and that these guys were they had kidnapped them, and that this was they're bad. Don't let them die. They're fine. Help these guys. These are And then I shoot them.
All right. Do you get into the ambulance with them, Hans?
Oh Lord. Yes, he'll ask if he can.
Yeah, they don't mind.
Okay, yeah, he'll get in. Good, because I just stole a car anyway, so I need to get out of here too.
Yeah.
He's gonna. Are they both being transported together?
No, they're each in individual vehicles.
You're gonna choose, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to choose. It's gonna be Wagner. I love you. I'm sorry, because I think he's dead. Like I genuinely think that Davis is dead. Like but he's pretty sure that he heard Wagner. She was talking, so he's pretty sure that she's alive, and he's just gonna kind of give her reassuring. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Might as well be dead.
All right. Strangely enough, you guys are taken to Maxburger Hospital, which is the same place Magda died not too long ago. With the worms.
With the worms.
Sure, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
One-time worms.
One-time worms.
Yeah. That's cool. Everything's fine.
You guys are placed in a room next to each other. The hospital staff hasn't really told you what happened to the other three. But in a few days, both Wes and Wagner regain consciousness enough to kind of be able to look around. First, we'll start with Wagner. When you first awake, it is nighttime within the hospital. You see a sheet kind of giving you some privacy between the other patients. There's one medical nurse who is tending to what looks like a patient on the other side. It's kind of hard to see with like the fabric, and the lights are somewhat dark to help people sleep. But you feel sore. You have a cast on your left arm, several stitches, bandages, and such.
Is there any progression of the boils?
You look down at your hand, and you notice a pretty significant boil between your pointer and your middle. The little little black speck in it almost seems to twitch and move every now and then.
Ew. Okay. So, um, are there any other distinguishing features or anything with the area we are?
No, not from where you're kind of laying back right now.
Hmm.
We're not near each other, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm not going to speak to doctors any more than I absolutely need to. Mostly because I don't know if cops are about to show up at any second. I am going to look for an opportunity to use a telephone
Yeah.
if I can.
All right.
Do we see Hans anywhere?
No, you don't.
Oh no.
So as you kind of both get up, you kind of see each other on the other side of the fabric. The light kind of shines in, and you guys probably recognize the groans from each other as you get up, your old bones moving, the cuts and such stretching, and kind of that pain. Though you know a lot of it is dampened, you feel that you've probably had some painkillers in you.
Okay.
But you see each other finally.
My giveaway was when I said, the shrapnel and knife wound. That's got to be him. Not a lot of people have both.
Oh my god.
This
Just,
is the shrapnel and knife wound award, so everyone has
Okay.
Yeah. Wes? Is that you?
I guess so.
I should hope so.
I don't even know. So, but
How-
what happened?
I don't know. We were in the car, and then I saw the sky. And then I don't really remember.
We can't get out of here. Where's Hans?
I don't know. I was gonna ask you that. I don't see him. Is there anything on like the nightstand next to the bed, like any notes or
other than like a little box containing like your clothes, because right now you guys are both in like these hospital gowns with your items set in boxes to your left. There's nothing else nearby.
Boxes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, if they went through our shit, we might as well see what's left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything you guys had is there, though Wagner, your gun is not present.
Well, yeah, I threw it on the ground.
Yep. Threw it on the ground.
All right, I'm gonna look at the window. How high up are we?
Looking out the window, it is pitch black outside. You can't see anything really.
All right, I'm gonna check. Does it look like am I stitched up?
Yeah. You have, looking at your chest, there's a like a large black spot on your right where the knife was, with stitches and a patch going over it. On your left, there are several stitches, and yeah.
We've been in here a long time, then, haven't we?
It seems like it.
Where's Hans? We need to go.
Are you gonna be okay to walk?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Then let's get dressed and try to get out of here.
Well, how do you suppose we do that? You can't just get out of here. So, okay, so I'm gonna head to the hallway and scope the place out. Does it look like there's cops anywhere?
So looking around your immediate area, it's pretty dark, but there are little lights next to every patient. You know that you've seen the doctor nearby. He looks like he's attending to one of the patients. And there is a black telephone at the end on a desk at the entrance of this little ward area.
Well, now that I'm approaching it, I couldn't even think of a number I would call. So, any exits? Is there an exit sign?
Not from where you're at, no. They'll let me know if you were proceeding out into the hallway.
I guess
Yeah.
so, yeah.
I'm just gonna head right out.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Yeah, I'm gonna head to whatever looks like the atrium of the floor, the largest part of wherever.
Right. You step out into the hall. You notice that there's a exit sign along the far side of it. This hallway is pretty dark as well. The lights are somewhat dimmed, and you notice a doctor kind of going from door to door and checking in. You hear the pitter-patter of little feet from behind you, coming from the room that you're looking out of.
I guess, should we look at that closer?
Yeah.
All right. You turn around. The doctor who was attending to a patient is a little bit closer to you. He's attending to another patient nearby.
Do we know where the noise came from?
From behind, but hard to say.
Alright. Then I guess let's keep going and try to sneak around the doctor.
The doctor in the hallway?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys take some careful steps out into the hallway. And as you do, you notice that the light from the room that you guys have left vanishes. Goes dark.
That's unsettling. Okay. Johanna's gonna move a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Out.
Yeah, we have to pick it up.
All right. You hear a jingle of a phone, kind of on the side of the wall. Ring, ring.
Does anybody seem to notice it?
No. The doctor continues to go from room to room.
Does the phone have a it's got a big cord attached to it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, specifically I'm gonna look. Is it near a doorway to a different room?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna gesture. Johanna, just find somewhere to sit. Just lay low for a second. So just that she can get some distance from the phone, tuck herself away somewhere. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to pick up the phone, but also move into that hallway so that whoever's answering the phone is not in the line of sight.
Yeah.
Plan because
Excellent. All right, so you kind of duck into that room after picking up the phone.
It's probably dark. It's nighttime. So yeah, I'm just going to pick it, hook into the doorway, and then just against the wall without saying anything, I'm going to listen in.
Astiam Domus, Thrum kom descendiobans, in locum, factus som sictum homocide, adjutorio, intomeritos livre.
Is what you hear on the other end. Repeated again and again. Johanna, as you're looking out to the room, you hear a wheezing.
Drop the phone. Come out. We need to go. Whatever this is, it's followed us.
What is it behind me?
We're leaving.
Yeah.
You
Alright.
see kind of through one of the curtains a figure kind of rise up.
I'm out.
From one
I'm
of the
blacking
things.
out.
You guys head out. Wagner, you feel something grab your ankle.
Ah! I'm trying to get it. Like, I'm trying to break free.
You break free. How do you break free? Are you
Uh,
kicking at it? Are you just trying to pull your foot from it?
I imagine it's like one of those kick and yank gestures.
All right. You kind of kick and you feel something give. As you look down, you notice a familiar blonde-haired individual. His eyes staring up at you as your ankle is has crushed and broken his left side of his cheekbone. He looks like he's desperately trying to pick up the pieces to stop the bleeding, but it's just flesh now. It's just you hear the wheezing.
Oh no! And like she's gonna kneel down and try to help him.
Yeah, it sounds like he is choking. As blood just starts to spill out from his lips.
No! Please stay with me. That's what is there anything that she can do to like, or is it just literally flailing and like, oh god?
Yeah, you're probably just flailing. I mean, what do you do?
Yeah.
His cheek is
Yeah.
caved in. There was
Oh.
blood everywhere. You look down at your hands and you're covered in this blood.
No! Please don't do this. Please. Oh my goodness. Please don't.
And then his eyes just stare at you, but he is no longer moving. You don't hear the wheezing sound again.
You hear the phone from here, though.
You do.
Es dir damals som kom de sindiobos in locum. Factus som sictor domos in a agitorio intermotuos liber.
Again and again.
Well, Wes is in shock, but
Why don't you guys keep it together?
yeah, why don't we try?
That's not gonna happen.
5 and a 9.
Yeah, it is 2d10 plus willpower.
7 and a 4.
Ooh.
Alright, I've got a 15 total.
Un segundo. Nope. And it's coolness?
Willpower.
Willpower.
Mhm.
Willpower. Oh, okay. So then that is 13 total.
Excellent. So, Wes, you grit your teeth, stay the course. You're able to keep it together. Johanna, this is a little... Huh?
I'm gonna hook my arms. I've done this with Henry and Sabine a couple times. Hook the arms underneath the armpits and just pick her up because we're going.
Johanna, you get to choose one.
Okay.
You're keeping it together, but you feel your mental defenses just crumbling. Seeing this, it's hard to get over.
Yeah.
So you can either become sad, guilt-ridden, obsessed, distracted, or this will haunt you at a later time.
I'm gonna say she's real sad. Just like she's just crying, like just a crying mess. Like, you know, like she's walking with him, but like she's not being like quiet about it. Like this is not okay. Like,
Yeah, it's bad. So you're taking a -1 stability. Hans, as you are sitting in this hospital, Wagner and Davis on opposite ends, you notice that Wagner has these tears kind of crawling down her face and onto the pillow.
Hans will get up and take a tissue and wipe them and pat her forehead and be like, you're okay, girl. You're fine. I don't know what dreams you're having, but I know that they are probably pretty horrible. Pat, pat, pat.
Pat.
Was it a dream? Was
Oh, is she awake? I didn't think she was awake. I was like,
No.
No, she's awake.
oh
yeah,
man, never
you
mind.
guys are awake now.
Yeah.
Oh well, okay.
We're awake. Okay,
Mhm.
so that was a dream.
Who knows what it was?
Okay. I thought she was asleep, so I'm sorry. He would have gotten up and had been like, "Are you okay?" Or this, here, you'll assist her with wiping the thing off. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're in a nice hotel or hospital room, and things aren't terrible.
I wouldn't say that. Looking around, like it looks like the first part of the nightmare. It's dark.
Okay.
You notice the same doctor tending a patient not too far. Everything is exactly the same. Except now Hans is here.
Hi, Johanna. You're okay. You're okay. I'm here. You're okay. You're fine.
We're not fine. We're not fine. We have to get out of here.
I know we do. I know we have to get out of here.
We
But
have to get out of here right now.
honey, you got too many injuries. And he's gonna look over to Wes. Is Wes moving yet?
I'm up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wes. Oh my god. Okay. He's going to Johanna. 1 minute. 1 minute. He's gonna run over to Wes and kind of evaluate him. And hey, are you okay?
Fine.
What?
I can't talk about it right now. That was something, and we need to leave.
We need to go right now.
Oh, okay.
Where's Fritz? We have to get Fritz. We have to get him out of here.
Has Hans had a chance to communicate with Fritz?
Not yet. No. I mean, calling because you really didn't have a number for him.
It is. We have to get him out of here right now.
I don't know where he is. I don't have a phone number. He hasn't communicated. He hasn't called. He hasn't done anything. I don't know where he is. But I know we have to get out of here. But you guys are in bad shape. They barely just saved Wes. They barely saved him.
It's so much worse. I can't stay here. I don't care. I can't. I can't. No, you don't.
Yeah, I'm already up, and
you
I
don't understand.
Okay.
I'm gonna
All right.
my stuff.
Hans going to if Wes is determined to get up, he's going to assist Wes in getting up.
Is there a phone in our room, a hospital phone?
Yeah, it's if you remember in your nightmare, it's sitting right there on the desk, heading out.
Okay. Like she's just gonna go to the phone, and first of all, hold it to the dial tone for a second.
You hear the.
That's good enough. She's gonna call the number that she has for Fritz.
There's some ringing. And ringing. Nothing.
It drops as I hang up the phone. It's bugged.
All right.
If even half the shit we think might be happening is happening, it's bugged.
You guys notice down the hallway that there's a doctor going from door to door, checking in on the patients.
All right.
I
Get out here.
can't leave without him.
He's not here.
No. They have him. I know it. I freaking know it.
You guys hear the pitter-patter of little feet.
Fuck.
Turning around, there's a small child, a young girl with blonde hair. There's a patch over one of her eyes as she stares at you with these kind of deep blue. What are you doing up?
Is she like right outside the door?
Oh, she's in the ward with you guys.
Hans is going to look around for like anything to help Wes walk. Any sort of crutch or anything.
Yeah, there's a crutch actually. They would have left one for Wes.
Okay. Fling that at Wes. Here. I'm not right now. Not right now.
What?
Wait. Go back to sleep. You got to go back to your bed. You got to rest.
Why is she crying?
It hurts. Pain hurts. You got to go back to bed. He's gonna try and get her to go away.
Yeah, you kind of like move her over as she continues to inquire about the crying lady, and then she hops onto her little her little bed and lays down.
Do I know what room Fritz came out of?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go there in the
All right, you head down to the right. You see that doctor again, continuing to check left and right. As you move forward, you know it was 3 doors to the left, right next to the hallway phone, just kind of connected to the side of the wall. Is anyone joining her?
I think I'm having camera issues, but I think I'm going to help Wes get up, because I think he's the more injured one. And at the same time still trying to like, okay, I think she's going to the hallway. What happened? What happened, Wes?
Hey, look, whatever Kramer's talking about, it's not all. I don't even know, but whatever happened last night, whatever she experienced, I was there with it, or it seems like it. This shit can't be a coincidence, but we need to leave.
Okay.
Whatever's
All right.
going on, it's just followed us.
All right. Here, he'll give you the crutch. Okay. What? She looks like she just went into that room. I'll go. You get ready. I'll go get her. And he's gonna follow after Johanna.
Yep, I'm gonna retrieve our shit.
Yep.
Question: what's the similarity between the layout of our stuff being stored in this dream and how it is now in my conscious state? Not that I can
same.
Really difference that much. Okay, good. So whatever's happening, I'm being incepted essentially. I'm being informed of reality through a dream. Wonderful sign. That's not a red flag.
Johanna, as you step in, you kind of just past the curtain, you see a tuffle of blonde hair.
Yeah, the curtain.
And that's where we'll end it.
Fuck!
Oh man.
Ah! Oh.
Excellent job, everyone.
Oh my god. I might have my emotional support owl.
And I got my emotional support, Mitch.
Ah!
You too can have your emotional support, Mitch. Just subscribe.
Jeez.
Buy
Oh
our
my
stuff.
god.
All right, everyone. Let's see. Closing announcements. So Monday we're starting off our Age Pass campaign, which should be amazing, fun times. So make sure to hop on for that. Legacy of Oakwood Heights is almost done. Cross your fingers. I'll have it released by the end of the year, and it will be free.
Oh, there I am. Hi.
There you go. Welcome back, Alex.
Yay, you did it!
You saw me like completely like chilling back here.
Furthermore, on Tuesday we are playing Star Wars. So buckle up. Fantasy Flight Game Star Wars. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a good time. Way more lighthearted than this.
I love Star
Just by a little bit.
Yeah.
I love Star Wars.
Me too.
But yeah, why don't you guys give some closing announcements? Jennifer, I know you always have. So
Yeah,
much, so why don't you
actually,
go ahead?
I have a great announcement, which is from December 13th to the 16th. So this weekend, I think the 13th is Thursday. I am doing a Secret Santa promotion where anybody who buys something on savagesparrow.com, my super awesome nerdy shirt store, gets a free mystery shirt with each purchase. So if you want to have more shirts while you shirt, or or you just want to troll your friends with random things, this is the deal for you. So yeah, check that out. SavageSparrow.com. I'm Savage Sparrow on Facebook and Twitter, and Savage Sparrow 666 on Instagram, and also on Twitch.
Awesome. And if you're watching, it's right there on the chat. If you're watching on YouTube, it's right below you. And if you're on podcasts, I don't know what to tell you. Just go to the website.
Do you have a podcast?
Yeah.
Oh.
Someone's not a Patreon. Jeez.
It's very slow moving because I have to go from Twitch to YouTube and then to podcast form.
Wow.
So I am.
That's so cool.
I'm behind a little bit. I need to catch myself up, but hopefully by the end of the year I will catch myself up. I have so much
That's
editing
okay.
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, editing.
Anything else, Jen?
There probably is, but I can't think about it right now. Because I'm like very emotionally exhausted.
That's
Wow,
fair.
Whew.
Did you
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
a support Mitch?
Plus, I'm just gonna find one in my house later. Like
That's
that's
fair.
just how that
Yeah,
works.
it's
That's
just.
Yeah, why would I ask for one of those if it just visits me in my sleep paralysis?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Exactly.
That's free.
Exactly. It's already here. Like I just
Yeah.
know it. Like
don't even have to move a
lurking
muscle.
under my
Not bad.
desk,
Yeah.
or
At Gen
whatever.
Con, I'm supposed to give it an upgrade, so I'm thinking of like metallic spider legs.
Ah,
So
great.
hopefully, just need that upgrade. So Ian, what do you got to say?
okay, this is all I'm gonna say. If you want to see Pathfinder Second Edition, start paying attention to the stream in January. That's it. That's all I have to say. Just, it's gonna be good. That's it. Thin.
And you want to watch it. You want to watch it.
It's gonna be
Awesome.
amazing. I'm
It
gonna
is.
play a little
You
tree ant that wants to rule the world.
I
Oh.
am a lizard folk.
Lizard folk.
Yeah.
And I'm Danny DeVito, so.
Hey!
It's its own ancestry. We're making it a thing.
It
I
is.
like
It
it.
is. Absolutely.
Oh man, if I could have one celebrity, Danny DeVito would definitely be one of them on the show.
Oh
Wait.
man.
Lucky for you, he's going to be in Pathfinder.
Oh, I want to play a game with Vin Diesel.
I do too. Like,
Right? Like
side note, I do too.
Yeah.
Vin
Yeah.
Diesel, he like when I saw him do that one shot, I felt like he was going to eat Matt Mercer at any point.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I remember Penny Arcade did a comic about that where they're like GMing for Vin Diesel in his Reddit costume, and it's just like, you roll to hit the thing and it looks like you failed. I mean, succeeded. I mean, you killed the whole thing. Good job.
yeah, you don't tell Vin Diesel that he's failed a check.
No.
You just
Failed a strength check.
Alex, what do you have to say?
Oh man. As always, you can find me here on Penny Fairy Tale, or on Twitch. I don't do anything else on Twitch, to be honest. Facebook, and I am super excited for both Star Wars and Pathfinder. I've
Yeah.
been invited to play, and I'm super excited. And that is really about it. Look forward to it.
Yeah. And guys, you can now find us at pennyforatale.com.
Wow.
Nothing extra, just pennyforatale.com.
Now, is it FOR or the number 4?
It is
or...
FOR.
Okay, because that gets confusing sometimes.
I
Because
know. Someone, I think in my Instagram or Twitter, someone had already
Yeah.
taken FOR, so I had to make it a number.
Yeah, I
Oh,
had
yeah.
that. That's why my Instagram is fucked up. Cause like some dick took Savage Sparrow, so I can't be consistent.
I know, right? Always.
I hate
it. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed it, and we will be back sometime before Christmas. And hopefully, cross your fingers, we'll get to figure out A, who's behind the curtain, and B, what the hell happened to Mrs. Davis?
Well, okay.
Ian is like,
Who knows, really? Who's at the hospital?
It's
Find
fine.
out next time.
Maybe
on
she was driving the car. It's
Pin
cool.
for a Tail.
I like that.
Oh, it'll be awesome. All right, guys, have a wonderful night, and we shall see thee on Monday. Bye.